I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Friday edition of the Smackin' Raw podcast, Smacking It Down. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-hosts. She is host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, Story Time with the current reigning, defending, undisputed Trick or Trivia champion, Miss Katie Kinsey, baby.
Aye.
He is the Pornhub Poppy, Daddy Delgado, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow. Our friend Vince.
A.K.A. Stefano Sikoa.
Steve.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Aha. Hi, guys.
What's going on?
Aye.
Yeah, I got to
He did say this a while ago.
You
This
did
is
say The Rock was a Horcrux. We're going to talk about it. We're not there yet. First, twitch.tv/creationworld, where it is, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming. You take those two things, you put them together, you get a free sub. You give that free sub to me because I'm fucking awesome. But if you don't give it to me, you give it to your favorite Twitch streamer. It could be Katie over at the She Lead Showcase. It could be anyone on the Purple site that you enjoy watching and you want to support. You guys can also go to youtube.com/creationworld, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm, finds new listeners.
That is correct. And why is that important?
Because you're a whore.
Now, there's a group of my wife's friends upstairs, and I don't know if they're going to be able to hear me or not. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is correct. I am a whore for your likes, for your views, for your comments, for your attention, which means please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, flick that bean, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live, whether it is 15 minutes after Monday Night Raw, 15 minutes after Tuesday Night SmackDown, 15 minutes after Friday night or Tuesday Night NXT, 15 minutes after Friday Night SmackDown. 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 Eastern for the Creation Conversation on Thursdays. And this Sunday, in 2 days, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, Getting Off returns with our found footage film panel. Currently, from what I have been told, it will be me and Katie. It will be the Final Girls podcast, Kelly and Sarah.
Okay.
Yeah, I grabbed two.
Okay.
Reek and the Will Gray.
It's a party.
You have a 6-pack going, huh?
We will have a 6-pack. So come listen to us talk about found footage. Come listen to us talk about found footage films this Sunday. All right. Things are plugged. Katie?
Yeah.
Do you have any news and rumors?
Well, one was announced on the show, so I don't know if you want me to talk about that prior to.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Well, before that, Carmella's contract expired, so
Yeah.
she took WWE like out of her bio on Instagram, I guess. If that's the case,
That sucks.
Unfortunate. We love Carmella over here. But it happens. Like she's at home being a mom. She had the stuff going on with her foot, which also delayed her coming back. So maybe cards just didn't get played right, timing, etc., etc., etc. She could still come back. Like, we can still figure something out.
Eventually, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
This is not the first person that we've seen not have their contract renewed or released from their contract that shows up down the road later.
Yeah.
But I was hoping to see her come back. But then again, we've also got we got a stacked fucking roster right now. We've got a lot of women and more TV time than we've ever had, and still not a fucking enough TV time.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, yeah, we got a third hour on SmackDown. And you still can't find time for the women. Look, CM Punk let his contract expire, and then he walked away with the championship, and he re-signed 2 weeks later. So who knows? Carmella might be back in like 2 weeks. So
yeah, I don't think that's the deal, but
probably.
I mean, contract did expire. It's an example. It's an example.
I digress. The other thing that was announced officially on SmackDown, but unofficially in January, Young Kings. WrestleMania is going back to New Orleans. Obviously, of course, because, New Orleans is fantastic. Saturday, April 11th and Sunday, April 12th will be WrestleMania 42.
At least we got back closer to my birthday.
Not towards the end of April.
We've had them a week after my birthday before. It's fine. It doesn't always have to be Matt Ritter's birthday weekend, though it would be nice if it was. So no, this is fine. But yeah, no. April 20th, that's some bullshit. That is too late in April for WrestleMania. I can't tie that into my birthday in any way, shape, or form. So
it's okay.
Cut that
tie into Easter because it's Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resurrection Sunday, what have you. I mean, do we really care that it's back in New Orleans? Like it's what, the third time in the span of like 12 years? Like,
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. New Orleans is a very good city for very big events, i.e. the Super Bowl and WrestleManias. True. They have proven in the past.
Which, to Rick's point, they are kind of following the Super Bowl with WrestleMania now, which is why this is happening. Also, Vince, until we get a new stadium, it's not fucking coming here. So honestly,
I'm not suggesting
I'm not suggesting because it's not going to be here.
I was not suggesting
going to be here.
But my point is, it doesn't fucking matter where they do it because it ain't going to be here. So Louisiana, Las Vegas, New York, New Jersey, New Mexico, New Brunswick. I don't give a fuck because it's not going to be in Chicago. So they can do it wherever the fuck they want. And I'm going to watch and I'll be happy.
They should just do it in Mexico City. WrestleMania Mexico.
Wrestle Mexico.
Wrestle Mexico. Luchamania. It'll be Luchamania. That's what they should do.
Lucha Underground.
I mean, that's news too. Like, they supposedly got bought out. Like the tape library got bought by WWE. So there's rumors.
I don't fully believe that.
Listen.
No, I saw that was probably a lie. So
that's disappointing.
I believe it when I see it.
Well, listen, if it shows up on Netflix, I will start doing a Lucha Underground podcast. Rollins already offered himself as sacrifice for that podcast. So,
all right. We got anything else before we get into the show?
Nope.
So let me ask you guys a question. You two, and anyone listening. Blow my load now or save it for later?
Save it for later. Let's get a little foreplay there, lay a little hand action, a little kissing, a little snuggling before we get to the load being blown.
Okay, well, you can do whatever you want. I'm just here.
You wanted me to blow it now, didn't you?
I mean, yes and no. Like I see reasons to do it now and see reasons to wait.
You can give us
a little. You're gonna pull fucking Travis.
Vince, heads or tails?
You're pulling a Travis.
Tails, because I'm an ass man.
Blinks off the fucking mic.
It was tails, so we will save our load for later. So then, first match of the night, Drew, who, listen, I get the feeling because he just keeps losing over and over and over again that maybe he's going to win the Elimination Chamber.
No, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
But listen, I'm just saying, This man,
I don't know how that makes sense. I feel like that just muddies the water, man. But
because he's losing, but like he's losing by roll-ups, and it's just building and building and building, and he's taking all these L's going into the Elimination Chamber. Like maybe there's a chance that this builds up, he fucking snaps and murders everyone and walks out of the Elimination Chamber as champion, or not as champion, but
or
he wins. He wins the title of the chamber. It's not even defended.
Or he gets rolled up in the chamber. We
don't know what the fuck's going to happen after what we heard tonight. The title might be defended in the chamber. Who knows?
I have no idea what the fuck's happening anymore. Like the simulation's broken. It needs patch. It needs. But
we're
patch.
Not there. We're not there.
We're not there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I was gonna say counter argument. You think Drew's gonna win? I think Drew will have a good showing. Maybe make like final 3, and then.
It's just weird to me that this is motherfucking Drew McIntyre, and his story for like the last 2 years has just been, I can't win a fucking match to save my life.
Listen,
he also won the chamber last year. Don't make
that's true. He did win the chamber last year. I don't know. I think Damian Priest is just going to give him his small package and roll him up, and then pin him for the 1, 2, 3, which will lead to a WrestleMania match.
Okay. Well, he said the loss means nothing to him. I mean, so much so that he amicably left the ring. He did not. He absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, he absolutely did not beat the living shit out of Jimmy Uso, post his head up against a turnbuckle, and then try and crush that man's skull with his foot. He did not. The refs did not have to stop him. He did not march up the rampway and then run back down and then proceed to Claymore the fuck out of Jimmy Uso after the match, because he said the loss means nothing to him. This means nothing. And he just amicably left. None of what I said happened.
I think we watched different shows.
I mean,
everything you said, I saw.
According to my timeline, I was watching different shows than other people too. So it might be a fact. Ring post is what I thought you meant. I think you thought you meant to say ring post.
What did I say?
You said turnbuckle.
Oh, turnbuckle post, ring post.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Post.
Yeah,
post.
Pole. Corner pole.
The turnbuckle bone's connected to the ring post bone, or however the fuck that goes. Anyway,
I mean, close.
Drew, Jimmy, smash or pass? Spit or swallow? Whichever one we do today.
Smash or pass? No, smash or pass is next week.
Yeah. I'll smash Jimmy having a similar color scheme that Naomi usually tends to have. It felt very Naomi-esque with the color scheme. I'll just gargle it because I'm not sure what they're doing with Drew. Like you said, he keeps losing to people's small packages, and he just doesn't seem to care about it. So, yeah, I mean, good win for Jimmy, especially if they're going to build him up to do something. I mean, yeah, I don't know what that might be, but it's a gargle. It's a gargle. It's not necessarily a spit, but nothing crazy happened.
Yeah, I mean, post-match beatdown, fun.
That'll get a swallow. That gets a swallow.
Drew's been a sore loser and a sore winner. Cut to WrestleMania, like the whole thing. Got his ass cooked, and yeah. So this is just Drew 3. I'll swallow it. It's fun. Why not?
Okay. Solo, who I don't know about you guys, but for me, clearly no longer in charge of the bloodline. Like clearly.
Oh no. No.
He says, "Hey, last week was an accident," and Jacob's like, "Yeah, no shit, because if it wasn't, you wouldn't fucking be here right now." And it's like, "Oh, okay." Well, then he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna be in your corner for the match." And Jacob's like, "Nah, fuck you. You're gonna wrestle in the match." And he's like, "You know what? That's why I love you. Let me go talk to Nick and get that straightened out before you murder me in the parking lot."
What's funny is that they showed a graphic for the tag match before that segment.
Solo wasn't in the building. He didn't know.
Okay. Fair point. Yeah. Fair point. Good counter argument. Good.
So we get that match. Jacob and Solo versus Priest and Strowman, because due to circumstances, the 6-man tag match was turned into a tag team match. Again, something we'll talk about later. During the match, Jacob kicked Solo directly in the face, and there was not a bit of like remorse or oh shit, I'm sorry, anything. Like, he kind of looked satisfied with his actions.
Shit happens.
Well,
Shit
I mean,
happens.
also when Solo like showed up, the way Jacob had his hair, do you guys remember the show Dinosaurs?
Yes.
The way his hair was reminded me of, I can't remember the son's name.
Mm-hmm.
From, yeah.
Not the baby.
Yeah, no, not the baby. The one with the Letterman jacket.
Yeah, the hair was giving me that, so I wasn't fully paying attention. That's all I kept thinking about because I used to love that show.
Katie popped for that. Katie popped for it.
I did. It was great.
Okay. I'll swallow it, but mostly I'm swallowing it because it's the relationship dynamic between Jacob and Solo that I'm swallowing. And Damian Priest picked up a victory, so kudos to him. It would have been an easy double swallow if Strowman wasn't in the match, but unfortunately he was involved, so gets a little less of a swallow, but still a swallow.
I don't know what's crazier. How I've made you two specifically, but mostly all of our friends, so comfortable with getting on the internet and saying, I'm going to swallow this or I'm going to spit that. Or the fact that there was a point in time where I thought Solo Sikoa could challenge Roman Reigns, as that Solo Sikoa was the guy, that Solo Sikoa was going to be the Samoan. And we have come so far away from that after giving him that opportunity to be the guy, because Jacob showed up and said, nah, this is what shit really is like. And we're like, oh, okay. Yeah, no.
My apologies. I was not familiar with your game.
Solo was cool, but he wasn't really cool until we saw what cool was. And Jacob was cool.
It's the Toy Story meme where he drops Woody on the floor. It's like, I don't want to play with you anymore because now he has Buzz Lightyear. So there's that. Listen, man, I think you were originally saying that you didn't want him in the Bloodline because you thought he would be the dude to beat Roman for the title. It's like, I want him separate from Bloodline and what have you. I want him to just be the street champ or whatever the fuck he was in NXT.
Yeah, no, I said all that.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that was
he probably would have been better off doing that, just staying solo,
Maybe.
Not associating with his brothers or his cousins. Because now look at what happened.
I mean, live to the moniker of your first name, bro. Come on, what is he doing?
Solo. He's riding solo. Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Katie.
Yes. Why did you answer? You're not Katie. Yes.
Weird. What did Katie Heron call Miss Norbury in Mean Girls?
A pusher.
You know who else is a pusher? The Miz. The Miz is a pusher because he is pushing this Mellow Don't Miz name idea on Mellow, and Mellow is not having it. Truth, on the other hand, went out and found himself a Louisiana legend, ladies and gentlemen. Louisiana Night.
I'm not gonna lie, I popped. I was like, honestly, I respect it. I love R-Truth so much.
Listen, I can't even be mad at that. That shit's funny. Made me care about LA Knight for a second.
Miz tries to do the whole catchphrase where he's like, Mellow don't Miz because we... And Mellow's just staring at him, and Truth comes back. He's like, he wants you to say awesome. So we get Mellow Don't Miz versus R-Truth and Louisiana Night. Why is Wade Barrett so pressed about R-Truth? Why can he not just have fun and enjoy the national treasure, the Louisiana treasure that is R-Truth for the night?
Because R-Truth's hero is John Cena, and John Cena single-handedly destroyed the Nexus, which was Wade Barrett's group.
Literally buried him on the chair.
That is a very good reason, Katie. Thank you for that. That is fantastic.
That's fantastic headcanon. Fantastic.
No,
I'm just a fucking genius.
I'm gonna let it slide then. You be mad. Be big mad. I get it. Be big mad.
You be mad.
Bad news.
John Cena dropped a line of chairs onto Wade Barrett.
Literally
that
buried
man
the
has
man.
beef.
It's good. No, I get it. Fine. Do your thing. Why are his loins always tingling when I like? Do you have any headcanon for tingling loins?
Oh my god!
Better give me like a week on that one. Maybe
we'll get back to you next week with why his loins tingle.
Fuck. I'm not gonna have an answer. I'll make something up.
All right. LA Knight, Miz, Truth, Mellow, Spit or Swallow.
I mean, it's fun. I'm gonna swallow it. It was a fun time. Our Truth is a national treasure. Mellow Miz is a fun pun. Y'all know I love me some puns. Louisiana Night. Fun. I liked it. It was a good time. It was a good.
He's from Maryland or wherever the fuck.
It's like Maine, I think.
Maybe
it's one of those M's up in New England.
One of them M's.
Massachusetts.
No, he would have a Boston accent if he was from Massachusetts.
Okay, fair enough. I'll gargle it just because it sounded very entertaining. At least our Truth bit stuff did. I didn't watch it. I was busy. So I'll just gargle it. So I can't really outright spit it since I didn't actually consume the content.
All right. Tiffany Stratton versus Candice LeRae.
Yes.
Charlotte decided to come out and sit in the cuck chair and watch the match from the cuck chair ringside.
That's where she belongs.
Charlotte or Tiffany, Candice, spit or swallow?
Swallow, because great match.
I'll swallow it too. They fucking killed it. It was a really good match. The only actual women's match, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Shout out to Tiffany Stratton. She looked fantastic. Candice, I'm glad she's like. I was skeptical of her being paired up with Nia, but this is the most consistent TV time she's gotten since NXT. So I'm all for it. Hopefully this leads to some other stuff for her. Yes?
Have you guys seen all the scuttlebutt about Tiffany, Logan, and Ludwig Kaiser?
No.
Yeah.
I have not.
So apparently
yes.
Logan Paul said that Tiffany was flirting with him. Tiffany's not like, nah, I was not flirting with this dude. He came up and said that he could teach me some things. Apparently he told her, and then he's now Logan Paul saying that Michael Hayes started all this, saying that he was flirting with her and that all he did was say he could help her out with her moonsault or maybe a frog splash if she wanted to learn something, which first and foremost, bro, former gymnast, prettiest moonsault fucking ever. Who the fuck do you think you're going to teach how to do a better moonsault to? I don't give a fuck how athletically gifted you are. You are a cocky piece of shit if you think that you are going to teach her to do her finisher better than she does it. Suck a dick.
Period.
I hate him so much.
I remember seeing footage of him going up to her and saying,
"Hey, Ludwig beats his ass."
Listen,
I will.
Hopefully, well, we'll see. I mean, is it like unless this is causing issues between Ludwig and Tiffany, which I don't think it should.
No,
this is not news. This is not news. This is irrelevant. It's just like high school gossip.
And Logan Paul is a married man with a kid. Like nobody fucking cares about that, but that doesn't stop people before. Regardless, how are you gonna? I hate him.
He looks like the type.
Yeah, no, and then even still, like Tiffany wouldn't give that man the time of day.
No,
Allison, you are people I genuinely like too.
Are the cutest couple. They figured out like how to like go on their first date playing rock paper scissors. Like that's so cute.
So after the match,
I did not. Sorry.
Oh,
I was answering Allison.
After the match, Nia and Candice are jumping Tiffany. Canada's own Trish Stratus comes out to save her tag team partner, but the heels get the upper hand, and Nia makes a TT time sandwich.
She did. Which She kind of like, just like kind of sat on them a little bit. But you also have to think like positioning where they were.
Yeah.
Like, it was not going to be good.
No.
Like,
who was on
she,
top?
like,
Trish?
fully did it.
Was Trish
Trish
on top?
was.
Of course, Trish was on top. Trish is definitely
always
a
on
top. And Tiffany looks like a power bottom.
I mean,
Fair enough.
Nothing wrong with either.
Vince, I'm convinced you don't own any other cups, or at least you don't use any other cups.
No. So I don't know if no one's paid attention, but I like to use my commemorative cups when I do the show, specifically tailored made to the show that I'm recording. So if I'm doing Raw, I got the Raw cup. If I'm doing NXT, the NXT cup. If I do SmackDown, the SmackDown cup. If I do pay-per-views, I got my pay-per-view cup or Evolution cup.
All right. Because we still have the main event to get to. One more thing that happened tonight. Naomi is out here recklessly claiming that speculation is fact. She says she is 100% certain that Liv and Raquel attacked Jade. And then Bianca says something interesting. She says that Jade has not texted them back because she has been recuperating. Now, I don't know about y'all, but remember for Royal Rumble how Jade was the thumbnail for the Royal Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did that photo shoot after getting taken out. I have another picture from a photo shoot that Jade. You're telling me that this woman is okay enough to do photo shoots, but not okay enough to send her friends back a fucking text?
Shady business.
There is no. Bianca and or Naomi are guilty. Now, either Bianca had a hand in it, or Bianca is guilty by association because Naomi did it and then, teamed up, whatever.
Right.
They are guilty. It is not Liv. It is not Spanish Rachel. We were supposed. What?
We knew. I said we knew that. It's not.
Yeah, no. They were trying to get us off the scent, but no, it wasn't them.
We were supposed to have a match with Naomi and Liv, but understanding as time got cut short for the final boss. So Liv and Spanish Rachel, at least they didn't cut the segment completely. At least the women went out there. Liv and Spanish Rachel beat the shit out of the tag team champs in the middle of the ring. Got kicked out of the building by Nick Aldis. Laughed in Nick Aldis's face as they got kicked out. Chelsea came up and she's like, "Me and Piper are ready to take those spots." He's like, "What the fuck? Like, they just got beat up. This is fucking wrestling. They're gonna be fine." Well, I have an outfit and everything. He's like, "All right, cool. Well, in Canada, since you're Canadian, on SmackDown, I got a match for you."
Yeah,
as he should.
And she wants answers, and he just walked away. He's not telling her who her opponent is. We will
also,
find out.
Piper was dressed up as a Mountie. Let's talk about it.
Piper is amazing.
Yes.
I'm swallowing all of this just for Piper.
Piper gets a swallow for sure. She's fantastic. My big thing is like, why was Liv showing up on SmackDown? She's on Raw. Like the only people that can show up
because they have beef with
I understand.
Naomi
I understand.
Stop asking the question if you understand.
No, I understand what you're gonna say. I just think it's just fucking stupid. Like the only ones that should be able to cross shows is just Naomi and Bianca. If you want to do this thing, do it on fucking Raw.
They're not doing it, Vince. They're not doing it. They haven't been doing it. They've never really done it.
What I meant by doing this thing, I meant like the feud, the match, the program between those four women. My follow-up thing is like, it's a good thing that they didn't cut the segment completely. My counter argument would be, well, why don't you cut the fucking tag match between Louisiana Night, R-Truth, and Metal Dome Miz? You can cut that short or cut that match in general and give that time to Naomi and Liv. I would have rather watched that. Like,
they could have cut a few things.
They could have done plenty of things, but they chose to cut the women match. So it gets a gargle. It's a gargle.
All right. Final thoughts, Katie, before we get into the main event?
Piper Niven is a national treasure.
Fair enough. So we kicked off the show with Cody showing up. He didn't even get all the way into the fucking building before Nick Aldis is like, "Your match is canceled tonight." And he's like, "The fuck do you mean?" Like, It's from above me. All right, so who do I have to talk to? There's no one to talk to. What do you mean there's no one to talk to? It's the final boss said you're not wrestling tonight and he wants to meet you in the ring, which is like the craziest part about all this is they came out on TV and basically said The Rock runs this show. He is a director on the board of TKO, and he has more power.
Not the show. The whole WWE operation runs everything WWE. Okay. He owns WWE.
Okay. When I say the show, I mean all of WWE as a whole, not just SmackDown. That is what I meant by the show. Fair enough. Show that is WWE. He runs it all. He is in charge.
Yeah.
So Cody's like, all right, well, fuck, whatever. Bumps into Priest, and Priest is like, why do you think The Rock's here? And Cody's like, dude, I don't fucking know. You heard the same thing I did. Like, were you not watching the monitor? If you know The Rock's coming and I know The Rock's coming, how am I supposed to know why he's here? Then we get a little video of The Rock driving recklessly in his Ford pickup truck. Not sure if he had a little bit of that Terramana on his way to the building.
Bro has countless
would explain a lot.
Filmed instances of him drinking and driving. That's a terrible influence, Dwayne.
Terrible influence. So then he shows up. We do like the extremely long entrance for him for no fucking reason. Though, shout out to, the music before the music. The love for our Louisiana people. Goes on to say, WrestleMania 42 in Louisiana, and then he starts singing The Saints Come Marching In, and then they sing it with him, and he tells them to shut up, and then he calls them, he said, The Rock sings a duet with the largest collection of STD-having trailer park trash he has ever seen.
Yeah. Okay.
This is like 20 minutes in at this point, or at least it fucking feels like it. Then finally he's like, now I'm here to call out Cody. And he starts telling us how him and Cody have become friends, how their moms hang out. Their moms are friends. Here's photos and videos, and I respect this man, and I love this man. And remember how I threatened this man, and I beat him with a belt. Like, no, we're good now. We're friends. We drink together. We do all of these things and just forget everything from WrestleMania. We are now past WrestleMania. Remember how I said I was going to challenge him belt for belt, and then we held each other's belts? None of that anymore. As a matter of fact, I want him to be my champion. And Cody's like, well, I'm their champion. He's like, and I'm the people's champion. So you need to be my champion because I'm the people's champion. So if I'm the people's champion, you're my champion, then you're the people's champion. And he's like, and then I want that. And Cody's like, oh, my belt? And he's like, no. Your soul is mine. Straight up fucking Shang Tsung'd his ass. For no reason.
How did we get here?
Nobody knows. Because, we had the Monday Night Raw thing, right? Where he showed up and everyone's like, why is The Rock being all friendly to Cody after, all of this stuff and blah, 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 blah. And now we're here where he's like, not only am I friendly, not only are you my bitch, but I want to make you my corporate bitch.
Palpatine.
Listen,
Cody is Anakin Skywalker. He's going to turn into Homelander, i.e. Darth Vader, and we're gonna get there. It's all coming.
To be honest, if done right, this is gonna be fucking fantastic.
It will be. It will be. It was just another weird interaction between him and Cody because, like you were mentioning, the stuff on Raw. And then the Raw after WrestleMania was one of the weirdest things ever, where they touched each other's belts and what have you. And
I was there. It was weird.
Yeah, it was very weird. Again, it felt like he said a whole lot without saying a whole lot, if that makes any sense. I felt like everything he said, he could have cut in half and got the same exact points across. All he had to come out was like, Cody, I want you to be my champion. Your soul is mine. Shang Tsung style. And then walk the fuck out. It would be fine. I know other people were enjoying it, and namely people in our inner circle. But we'll see. He's either going to go Homelander. That would be very interesting. If that is the case, what is he going to actually do at WrestleMania? Is he actually going to wrestle? Are we going to get Rock Roman, or is this going to set up Rock Roman at 42? I don't know. It opened more questions than answered them.
I wouldn't be mad at heel John Cena in his last run either.
Okay. Can I explain how I feel about this? In his last run, my goat is retiring, and I'm still depressed. I need to see Cena win his 17th in person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If that means John sells his fucking soul to Dwayne, part of me has to be okay with that. You know?
All of me is okay with that. I don't know why you wouldn't be. Listen, we have had babyface Cena, Super Saiyan Cena, Super Cena, all of it for so long now.
I'm aware.
We have not had heel John Cena since like 2004.
I distinctly remember
21 years.
Maybe even before that. Maybe 03 might have been the last time we saw heel.
Stone Cold did it, LOL, everything's on the table. And that was 25 years ago.
I'm aware. Guys, I'm aware. I just need Cena to win the fucking title in my presence. I don't care anymore.
Before you go, Vince.
Okay.
I wish that we had the My Hole Nia Jax clip, because I had this whole thing in mind of being like, The Rock said he wants Cody's soul, and then playing Nia going, my hole? And I'm like, no, his soul. And I couldn't do it because we didn't have the clip. But I want you to know, creatively, that was there on the table for you guys if we had had the clip.
When did you come up with that? Just
literally, now? No, literally as I was sitting on the couch, watching the segment, writing my notes. I didn't think you had enough time to clip it and load it up and have it ready to go.
That's such a popular thing that I'm pretty sure I can go to YouTube. It's already clipped up and ready to go, and all I have to do is just download it and upload it. If you have an idea like that, shoot it my way. Worst thing that I can say is no. No, I don't have time. No, it's not. I'll cut my notes.
I know you. If I say, hey, can you get me the Nia My Whole thing by the show tonight? You're going to ask me why. And I didn't want you to ask me why. I want it to be a surprise for everybody. I just wanted it to be there. But you want information for some reason.
Oh, so I can give you exactly I asked more for other things. Anyway, we're digressing. We're completely veering off course. Just like The Rock did in his promo. But eventually he got to the point, and we should as well.
Yeah. Vince was not a fan of that. I also forgot real quick. DIY, Pretty Deadly, had a match. Street Profits showed up, fucked everybody up. The Motor City Machine Guns came out, and they're like, listen, Motor City Machine Guns, I did it again. We're going to save the day. And they got fucked up, too. Like, Street Profits fucked up everybody.
Good. As they should.
Fucking should. Put them tag titles on them, please.
What's that quote from Tech 9? Walked in the club, said, fuck everybody but me?
Yes, boy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play it.
Bro.
Yes, boy! Yes, boy!
Yeah.
You know what you could have done? It's like the Street Profits came in, they were like, yes, boy, and then knocked everybody out or something like that. You got to set it up. Like, you're going to know it's there, and then you're going to get so good at it, you're going to set it up just like you do the JC Jane stuff. Like, it's going to be... Eventually.
The problem was I had it at the bottom of my notes and I didn't see it because I had so much Cody Rock stuff that until I deleted a paragraph that it popped up and I was like, oh shit, yeah, that was on there too. So, SmackDown, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna gargle it, I guess.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna gargle it just because there was just a lot of stuff that I'm just like, what the fuck's even going on here? Like, I don't know. It just didn't seem like the best show.
I enjoyed the fuck out of this show. I'm swallowing it.
I enjoyed NXT more than I enjoyed SmackDown.
I enjoyed the fuck out of the show. I'm swallowing it. Katie, plug yourself.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter, KittyRasson13, Linktree, I'm about to say everything She Showcase, twitch.tv/She Showcase, and youtube.com/She Showcase. Typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. New episode up now. Wrestlers are Shrek characters. That's all you need to know.
Vince?
At SAS Vince everywhere, and go check out the Get Your podcast on Spotify and everywhere audio podcasts can be found.
And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at MattRidders, MattTTRIDDR, for your wrestling content, at Getting Off, for your horror content, and everywhere else at Smackin' Raw, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, and Instagram. For Miss Katie Kinsey, Bay, and SES Vince, I'm the Patron Saint Podcast and Warden Matt Ritter. This has been your Friday edition of the Smackin' Raw podcast, Smacking It Down.